and welcome to Mohawk College News. I'm Pearl Barkley.
And I'm Taylor Pipe. Coming up on the show, we're celebrating World Teacher Appreciation Day.
And we'll be visiting a haunted house.
I'm Johnny DeCock.
And I'm Alan Sloan. Coming up in sports, the women's varsity basketball team played an exhibition game recently.
But first, we take a look at some people who put the giving in Thanksgiving.
Today is our annual Thanksgiving dinner, and it's a time for most families and friends to get together and reflect and hopefully count the blessings of the past year. Well, a lot of the people that come to us are suffering. They could be suffering from loneliness. They could be suffering from living below the poverty level. They could be suffering because they're depressed. So part of our mission and part of our charism is to alleviate suffering, to allow these people to see, men, women, and children, whoever comes, that there are people that care, that they are valued, that we consider them very important, and we want to provide them hospitality. So basically, to show them that they're not alone and that people do care. I look at the people that come to our door, and for whatever reason, I was born into a stable family with two parents, a chance to get an education. I always had food in our refrigerator. It was my blessing. And I look at these people, and it could have very easily have been me in their shoes had I not been so fortunate. So it's a way that we give back, at least from a personal standpoint. It's how I give back because I've been blessed and I don't know why. I didn't do anything to deserve it. We have throughout our organization about 6,000 volunteers. We're just blessed with a tremendous amount of people in Hamilton and the surrounding area who are very community minded, who get involved, who want to do what they can do along with us to help people. We have very good volunteers in the States, but they don't compare with the volunteers in Hamilton, and also we have a place in Toronto. There's I think what really inspires me is the community of volunteers, because they don't have to be here. I'm sure they have many things to do in their lives, even though they're retired, but they're giving back. And I think that sense is greater in Canada than it is in the United States. I think there's more of a commitment to the community in Canada than you'll find in the States. So that's what I really, I always carry with me wherever I go, is the people of Canada and their concern for their brothers and sisters.
On October 5th, Mohawk College celebrated World Teacher Day. The booth in C Wing was organized by Social Inc. and allowed students the chance to write a note to their professors on why they appreciate them.
I really wouldn't be where I am and developing my professional self without that inspiration and without those conversations. So I just kind of wanted to say thank you. I don't hear a lot of thank yous going back and forth between students and professors, and I really feel like they deserve the attention and the praise.
Jeff Anderson-Bourne, the president of OPSU Local 240, explains the importance of the day.
International Teacher Day is a United Nations recognized day, special day when people appreciate their teachers. So this is going on all over the world. And so we're inviting students to write their thoughts down about some of their teachers. And of course we have swag for them. This is a rare occasion when teachers are actually offering apples to their students.
Students kept adding to the already brimming box of notes. Professors all over the school get these notes delivered to them by Social Inc. Some professors explain what they would love to read.
Hopefully nice things. I would hope that they would, talk about my passion and my enthusiasm and energy for the classes, and that I actually am interested in their well-being and them learning the content and making the most of the situation, figuring out how it's going to help them in their lives later on, whether they realize that right now or whether they're going to realize it a couple of years from now.
I would hope that they thought that I was very energetic and entertaining, and that I was a good lecturer. And they probably think, wow, he is wicked smart. And I tell them that I'm not. In fact, there's probably someone in the room who's smarter than me.
World Teacher Day is recognized by the United Nations and was first held October 5th, 1994. Every year has a new theme. 2018's theme is "The right to education means the right to a qualified teacher." For Mohawk College Journalism, I'm Eric Viano.
Puttycomb Farms is having a Halloween hoedown every weekend from now until the end of October. They'll be hosting wine and cider tastings, live music, and a Halloween train ride. Or you can bring the entire family out to the annual Spring Ridge Harvest Festival. Running now from every weekend until the end of October, they'll be having a corn maze, a puppet show, and wagon rides.
The Mountaineers women's varsity basketball team played an exhibition game recently. We go to Taylor Pipe for more.
On the hard court, the Mountaineers fought a tough battle against the Durham Lords. Despite the team's great energy led by Sam Pockernick, the Mountaineers could not catch up to Durham. Pockernick explained a simple solution to this issue.
Making our shots, because we miss a lot of bunnies, and if we get our bunnies in, then we can catch up and win.
Head coach Kevin Duffy says new players need to have more confidence in their skills.
And I just think offensively we have to be more aggressive. Some of our girls are looking to defer a lot of the times to pass maybe to veteran players, not using their skill set, which they have, in order to attack the basket and get some points.
Lords forward Marie Stasiak explained how her team consistently outscored the Mountaineers.
Definitely in the second half, we started talking more, which was definitely more encouraging and kind of uplifted the girls. And by talking, it made us kind of dominate on defense and also in offense, and the cutting and passing, that went really well as well.
Pockernick explained the team's strategy going forward.
For the next game, we definitely have to work on our rebounding and grabbing, like holding the ball and calming down, because we are rushing the ball, and that's what we need to work on, because we are very timid and stuff right now.
Despite a loss by 28 points, Duffy said he's not worried at this point in the season.
So we're not going to overreact or underreact to games at this time of the year because they don't count for anything. We're just trying to get better, and we just want to try and keep improving so that we're peaking in January when the games get much tougher.
The Mountaineers' next home game is against Humber College on October 26th. For Mohawk College Journalism, I'm Taylor Pipe.
Mohawk College students got a chance to get out of the classroom and connect with nature. Liam Brown has the story.
On October 3rd, Athletics and Recreation teamed up with Student Mental Health and held a mood walk. It was the first of many focused on getting students out of the classroom and into nature. Heather Drummond, a student counselor at Mohawk, explained the benefits of the walk.
There's been a lot of studies done recently and over the last 10 years about the benefits of being in nature and how that affects your mental health, how that affects your mood, how it actually changes the neurobiology of your brain and increases your memory and your clarity, and but overall gives you a mood boost.
However, aside from the organizers, only one person showed up for the walk.
I love the outdoors. Any opportunity to go outdoors and get some fresh air and go for a walk, I'll take it, even in the winter. I wear my fleece outerwear, it breezes, it gets wet on the outside. I just love the outdoors. Come join me next week for a walk.
The walk starts at the D-Bark and brings walkers down Dundurn Stairs, along the Radial Rail Trail, up the Shadok Stairs, and back to the college. The walkers were urged on by motivational writings on the steps of the Shadok Stairs, and in the end, were rewarded with an improved mood. Heather Drummond explains the way people should approach mental health.
You have to think of mental health and psychological wellness more with a psychosocial lens, meaning that you got to go out and do things. And so you can still see like a counselor or some other mental health support that gives you strategies for dealing with anxiety and dealing with feelings of depression and so forth. So I guess my message is get out and do things like a mood walk, because it can really have a large effect on your mood, your mental health, your psychological well-being, and your success in college.
Matthew Schnarr, supervisor of athletics and recreation, explains what the walk did for him.
I was feeling a little bit, down and low this morning, and then after the walk, I feel a little bit energetic and ready to tackle the afternoon. So I know that when I come walk to work on that same path, that I am ready to go and tackle the morning, so I'm ready to tackle the afternoon.
The next mood walks will be held on October 15th and 29th at 11:30 and will meet in the D-Bark. For Mohawk College Journalism, I am Liam Brown.
Halloween is just around the corner, and you might be stuck trying to figure out what your costume is going to be. Luckily, the cosplayers at Hamilton Comic Con already have theirs figured out. Brianna Taylor has the story.
All right, we're out live on the floor talking to cosplayers. What are you cosplaying today?
Deadpool, Wade Wilson.
How long have you been cosplaying Deadpool for?
It's just been about a year now, so.
All right, awesome. And what made you choose Deadpool?
He's my favorite character. As soon as I found out they were making the movie, I was like, done.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
did you think of the movie?
Oh, the second one was way better. Like, I didn't think it would trump the first, but it was so good. Oh, you can't miss it. Like, you gotta watch it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for talking with us, and have a great rest of your con, Deadpool.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Cheers.
I'm here with a family of cosplayers. Can you tell me what you're all cosplaying today?
Deathstroke.
The Riddler. All right. What are you cosplaying as?
Joker.
All right. And sweetie, what are you cosplaying as?
Batgirl.
Batgirl. Very pretty. What got you guys into cosplay?
We went to the free comic book day, decided to dress up. A local cosplay group liked our costumes, brought us in, started mentoring us and giving us advice, helping us out, and we've been doing it now. We've done a handful of events in the past few months. We love it.
And that's awesome that you can do it as a family. What do your kids think of it?
Oh, they absolutely love it. It's something we can all enjoy. They get to pick what they want. They help pick what we do and kind of dictate where we go and things like that.
That's awesome. Do they have any hand in creating the cosplays?
Nicholas here actually created a Dr. Octopus cosplay that he wore for Fan Expo, and he'll be wearing in a couple weeks. It's a little heavy, but he won a contest with it and won some passes for a Comic Con coming up in a couple weeks. So yeah, he actually does help make it, and he really enjoys it.
That's amazing. So how much time do you put in as a family to make your cosplay?
Oh, there's probably a few hours every night that we put into building or tweaking someone's costume.
Or just looking up videos or ideas online. We spend a lot of time as a family. People have family game nights. We have family cosplay nights.
Oh, that's so much fun. Let's find out who we're hanging out with.
Hi, I'm Ms. Hyde Cosplay. I'm Tiny Amazon Cosplay.
Toronto Deadpool.
And what's everyone cosplaying today?
I'm MJ, Mary Jane from Spider-Man.
Okay.
Gwen Stacy from Spider-Man.
All right. All right. And quickly, how long have you guys been cosplaying for?
Almost 6 years.
Wow.
This is my first year.
Welcome. Okay.
I'm guessing that's 3?
Yeah. What got you into cosplay this year?
I wanted to meet new people, meet new friends, meet geeks like me, and dress up as my favorite characters.
Heck yeah. What got you into cosplay? All right. Well, thanks for talking with me today, guys. Let's do it.
Hey Alan, have you gotten a chance to check out the new Spider-Man game?
Oh, I did. And boy, do I have opinions that nobody asked for. Let's take a look. Spider-Man has had many different incarnations over the years. Through the movies, TV shows, comic books, and video games, you would be hard-pressed to find someone who doesn't know the name Spider-Man. I'm just Alan, and this is Just Talks. I recently had the privilege of playing Marvel's Spider-Man by Insomniac Games. The company known for Ratchet & Clank and Sunset Overdrive has delivered one of the best Spider-Man experiences to date. The game starts with a rocking track, Alive by Warbly Jets, that immediately sets the tone of this new iteration of the wall crawler. The story is centered around an older Peter Parker who has been swinging his way into the hearts of everyday New Yorkers for years. This is a Spider-Man who very much enjoys what he does, and this level of wish fulfillment is earned. Peter Parker is struggling to keep his bills in check, has a rocky relationship with one-time girlfriend Mary Jane Watson, and currently works for the esteemed Dr. Otto Octavius. The storyline throughout deals with Peter Parker and his alter ego trying to keep New York City from falling apart when the arrival of a new villain, Mr. Negative, begins to wreak havoc on the city.
Show's over, Lee. Apparently the show's not over.
Through its twists and turns, we get a peek into the life of Spider-Man on a day-to-day basis. One of the most sincere and personal moments comes in a scene where Spider-Man is simply web-slinging through the city, attempting to get Mary Jane to respond to his text messages.
This is Mary Jane Watson. Please leave a detailed message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Hey, it's me. Let me know when you want to talk. Texting isn't talking?
Watching him type out the message only to erase it and then write something safer to send is a genuinely human moment that perfectly encapsulates the heart of this game. Marvel's Spider-Man is a personal story, dealing with the man part more than the spider. Watching him grow as a wet behind the ears adult is the true treat to this game, and I can proudly say that the emotional response I had at the end of the game was well earned. This led me to think about how Spider-Man has been represented over the years. My first recollection of the character was the 1990s cartoon Spider-Man, the animated series. Spider-Man the Animated Series was part of my Saturday morning cartoon watch list back in the 90s. I know, I'm old. With an average review score of 8.3 out of 10 on IMDb and a 91 out of 100 on Metacritic, this show is widely considered to be one of the best animated adaptations of The Wall Crawler. This show spawned my own personal love for the superhero genre and lives on to this day. The show features virtually all of Spider-Man's villains, from Green Goblin to Hobgoblin, Venom to Carnage, Hydro-Man to Prowler. They even made the attempt of adapting the questionable Clone Saga from the comics. In 2000, we saw the start of Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy. While it doesn't hold up that well to today's standards of a superhero movie, it helped spawn an entire cinematic subgenre for comic book adaptations. The series seemed to force Spider-Man's trademark wit to a point where it was almost cringy. But J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson stole the show, properly pulling off the too long in his job editor-in-chief at the Daily Bugle. When Raimi left the franchise, Sony decided to reboot with the unfinished trilogy titled The Amazing Spider-Man. This series did a much better job of really knowing who the Spider-Man character was. His wit was intact, his trauma of losing Uncle Ben hit harder. Andrew Garfield seemed to truly understand the role of Peter Parker.
Get your hand off her. I'm trying to get my head. Okay, I'm sorry. Are you freaking kidding me? Get him, Rudy! Hey! I'm sorry.
The overall story, however, lacked. It failed to grip audiences as well as failed to start an expanded Spider-Verse to rival Marvel's cinematic universe. Luckily, for fans all over the world, Marvel Studios swooped in and introduced us to Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
That's you, right?
No. What do you mean?
Look at you go. Wow, nice catch. 3,000 pounds, 40 miles an hour. It's not easy. You got mad skills.
That's all on YouTube, though, right? I mean, that's where you found that. Because you know that's all fake. It's all done on a computer.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that video. What is
Yeah. Oh, you mean like those UFOs over Phoenix?
Exactly.
Well,
Tom Holland's Peter Parker is a 15-year-old high school student struggling with the things a 15-year-old high school student does. Making it on time for tests, girl troubles, feeling like he's being treated like a kid. Needless to say, over the years, Spider-Man has seen many iterations. Every appearance has been better than the appearance before it. All I can say is that I can't wait to see what they do next. This has been Just Alan's Just Talks, and I'll see you next time.
If you're looking for a scare this Halloween, check out Bizarro's Haunt. Reporter Greg Campbell has the story, but be warned, there is some frightening scenes.
Gotcha.
It's Chuckles! I'll see you very soon!
It's almost Halloween, and everyone is looking for one good scare. At Bizarro's Haunt, you can expect more than just one. For the last 4 years, the Haunt has grown from a small event with 3 staff to one of Ontario's largest haunt attractions. And if you're not into the haunted house, you can visit the Museum of Oddities, where you'll find everything from torture weapons, pictures of the past, and mummified cats and heads. If it's your first visit, well, the actors have some advice for what to expect.
I tell them to expect to be scared, and it's a lot of fun, so don't cry too much and just be ready for a good scare.
Actors arrive 3 hours before the scare starts to help set up. First, each actor must get into character. That begins with the face transformation, where Bizarro's owner Calvin Cox brings his vision to life. Don't get too scared. You might not wake up. But for some, the haunt is more than just a scare.
I'm very, in real life, I'm very self-conscious about my body. Because I was bullied as a kid because I've always been the big guy. It was always like, can you pick up Zach? Because he's fat. And when I play the pig, I don't feel that because I'm not Zach anymore. I'm the pig. That sounds a little bit creepy, but I'm the pig.
With 12 jump scares and plenty of other surprises, the question remains, can you make it through? Whatever the role may be, the haunt is no joke. You may feel like the hair on the back of your neck is standing on edge. Maybe it's because you're always being watched.
The more you do, they're still scary, but you kind of know what's going to happen, but you just don't know when.
Really like the costumes and the room itself, and the walkthrough is pretty cool.
Bizarro's Haunt will be running Friday through Sunday every weekend until the end of Halloween. For Mohawk College Journalism, I'm Greg Campbell.
In order to get students ready for the holidays, the MSA held an affordable haircutting event. We go to Sarah Jessica for more.
Oh, you're targeting.
To help prepare students for the holidays, the Mohawk Students Association held a haircutting event, inviting local barbers to the college. For just $10 per trim, students lined up from all over campus to clean up their do.
Students seem really interested in the fact that they can get their hair cut, get it cut well, styled well for $10. So we've had a line all day.
Yes, I am. With wait times up to 40 minutes long, the local barbers were busy cleaning up students' fades and trims. Nigel Dory of Groom for Men was one busy barber.
Sounded like a great, atmosphere and a great time to get people ready for Thanksgiving. And that was the whole point, and it's reaching out, and we're working together, and it's a great way for us to cross-promote.
Trims, a Hamilton-based shop, were also promoting their business.
This is very important for me to give back to the community, as well as getting my name out there, and yeah, so it's like some kind of promoting.
Besides lighting students' financial loads, the MSA had many reasons to offer this affordable haircut event.
We know that students are struggling with their budgets as well. Maybe you're new to Hamilton and you haven't found your local barbershop, so we also wanted to promote local barbers and stylists, and then maybe you find who you're going to go and get your haircut for the rest of the year.
With the MSA looking out for students' wallets, you can be sure to look forward to similar events to help save some money while at school. For Mohawk College Journalism, I'm Sarah Jessica.
Fall is in full swing, and Mohawk College's Fall Fair has students embracing the season and relieving some stress.
The MSA Plaza was decorated like a pumpkin patch for 2 days for the Fall Fair. There was live music, food, and fall-themed activities for students to participate in. Campus to Community Lead Allison Lucido says she's hoping for a good turnout of students.
We're hoping for a lot. I mean, it's a great day. It's sunny, it's hot, so as many students as we can get out here to just mingle, walk around, kind of get a break away from their school life.
MSA President Andrew Podsadny says this event was aimed at supporting students.
So the MSA, through this event, just basically to help support students on this beautiful day. Our hope is that they'll come out and enjoy a lot of the fall festivities. We have soup, we have pumpkin smashing, we have a pumpkin patch, a blow-up corn maze. Again, it's really just a hope they come out here and enjoy themselves on this wonderful day.
One student found the pumpkin smash to be a stress reliever.
You know, it was pretty fun, blew off some steam, got to get covered in pumpkin guts.
While other students checked out the haunted house.
It was freaky. I liked it.
It was pretty cool, kind of fun. Haunted house, I call it a haunted fun house because it's all bouncy and blow it up.
But for students who didn't have time to enjoy the activities, the MSA was offering beaver tails, free soup, and free cotton candy. From pumpkin smashing to a haunted house, and of course, free cotton candy, the MSA made sure there were plenty of fall-themed activities for everyone to enjoy. For Mohawk College Journalism, I'm Pearl Barkley.
After that, I'm really craving a beaver tail.
Well, there's a truck right over there if you want to go get some.
Oh yeah. For Mohawk College News, I'm Johnny DeCock.
And I'm Alan Sloan. We'll see you next time.